1972, a year that would forever be etched in the annals of American scientific history. Deep within the heartlands of Illinois, at the Argonne National Laboratory, a stone's throw away from Chicago, an experiment took place. An experiment so strange, so utterly bizarre that it continues to defy explanation even today. This is the story of what we call the strangest experiment in Illinois history. Unbeknownst to many, Argonne National Laboratory was home to some of the most groundbreaking research in physics during the Cold War era. However, one particular project, codenamed Operation Montauk, has remained shrouded in mystery for nearly half a century. The details surrounding this clandestine operation were slowly unearthed through meticulous research and interviews with former lab personnel, revealing a tale filled with suspense, intrigue, and mind-bending scientific anomalies. The man at the center of this enigma was Dr. James Tenenbaum, a brilliant physicist known for his eccentric behavior and unconventional methods. In the early 1970s, he claimed to have made a breakthrough that could revolutionize our understanding of time and space. He believed he had discovered a way to create a stable wormhole, a theoretical passage through space-time that could create shortcuts for long journeys across the universe. Dr. Draw cuts for long journeys. Tenenbaum's audacious claims attracted the attention of powerful figures within the US government, who saw potential in harnessing this technology for military applications. With their backing, Operation Montauk was launched at Argonne National Laboratory, with Dr. Tenenbaum leading the charge. However, things took a turn for the bizarre when reports started emerging about strange occurrences around the lab. Time seemed to flow differently within the facility. Clocks would run faster or slower, and lab equipment malfunctioned without any apparent cause. Some staff members even reported seeing multiple versions of themselves or others, as if they were living out alternate timelines. These anomalies intensified during the actual experiments, culminating in an event that still leaves researchers scratching their heads. On one fateful day in 1972, something went terribly wrong. The lab was engulfed by a blinding flash of light, followed by a deafening explosion. When the dust settled, Dr. Tenenbaum and his team had vanished without a trace. The aftermath of the incident remains as mysterious as the event itself. All records related to Operation Montauk were classified, and any mention of the project was expunged from official documents. The lab was shut down, and the facility was abandoned for years. But what really happened during Operation Montauk? Did Dr. Tenenbaum succeed in creating a stable wormhole, only to be swallowed by it? Or was there something more sinister at play? As we delve deeper into this enigma, we'll explore the strange world of quantum physics, government conspiracies, and unanswered questions that continue to haunt the annals of American scientific history. 1943 was a pivotal year in the annals of American scientific history. While the world was engrossed by World War II, an unusual event unfolded at the Camp Evans Signal Laboratory in New Jersey, then a top-secret research facility operated by the United States military. This clandestine lab became the epicenter of one of the strangest experiments in Illinois history, involving some of the most brilliant scientific minds of the time and shrouded in government secrecy that persists to this day. At the heart of this mystery was Dr. John George Tenenbaum, a physicist recruited from the University of Chicago's Metallurgical Laboratory. He was tasked with leading Project Pigeon, an audacious attempt to develop a guided missile system using homing pigeons as navigators. However, documents declassified in 1968 reveal that Dr. Tenenbaum had another, far more enigmatic project under his wing, Operation Montauk. Officially, Operation Montauk was described as high-priority research in microwave electronics. Yet, the true nature of this operation remains elusive. Unverified testimonies from former Camp Evans personnel hint at something far more intriguing: time travel. The key players in Operation Montauk read like a who's who of scientific luminaries. Besides Dr. Tenenbaum, there was Dr. John Vincent Lawrence, a pioneering radar engineer, Dr. John Vincent Lawrence. Nicholas Becker, an expert in electrical engineering, and Dr. Albert Wattenberg, a prominent figure in nuclear physics. Their collective brilliance converged at Camp Evans under the auspices of the National Defense Research Committee, a powerful wartime agency overseeing secret scientific research. Delving deeper into their backgrounds reveals curious connections. Both Tenenbaum and Wattenberg had ties to the Manhattan Project, the top-secret initiative to develop atomic bombs during World War II. Furthermore, they were not strangers to controversial research. Wattenberg was involved in the infamous Chicago Pile 1 experiment, which resulted in the world's first nuclear chain reaction. These men operated within a shadowy network of government agencies, military divisions, and academic institutions. Their work was classified under national security regulations, making it nearly impossible for outsiders to penetrate the veil of secrecy surrounding Operation Montauk. Despite these barriers, fragments of information have emerged over the years, fueling speculation about what really happened at Camp Evans. Declassified reports mention anomalous phenomena such as unexplained power surges and temporal disruptions during experiments. There are also anecdotal accounts from veterans who claim to have witnessed strange occurrences, like objects disappearing and reappearing randomly. As we piece together this enigma, we're left with more questions than answers. What exactly was Operation Montauk? Did it involve time travel, as some suggest? And if so, what happened to Dr. Tenenbaum and his team? The truth may forever remain hidden behind the walls of classified documents and the fog of war. But one thing is certain: Operation Montauk stands as a testament to the fascinating intersections of science, secrecy, and human curiosity. The heart of Operation Montauk's mystery lies in its science, or what little we know about it. The project was run by the Navy's Office of Naval Research and took place at the Naval Station Great Lakes in Illinois, starting in 1943. But beyond these basic facts, details are scarce due to the veil of secrecy surrounding the project. The experiment's primary objective was to develop a device capable of blinding enemy radar systems using high-power microwaves, known as a deceptor. This technology wasn't entirely new. German scientist Wilhelm Magnus Maximilian Freiherr von Braun had proposed similar concepts during World War II. However, Operation Montauk aimed to take this concept further, exploring the potential for time manipulation or even time travel. Dr. Teichmann, John Hutchinson, a respected physicist who consulted on the project, left us with some clues. His work focused on nonlinear quantum mechanics, which studies how particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, a principle known as superposition. In theory, if harnessed correctly, this phenomenon could allow for manipulation of time itself. Another key figure was Dr. Felix Tenenbaum, a brilliant but reclusive scientist who led the team at Great Lakes. Rumors suggest that he had made significant breakthroughs in understanding gravitational waves, ripples in space-time caused by massive astronomical events. If true, this knowledge could potentially be used to warp or bend time. Yet despite these intriguing possibilities, there's no concrete evidence supporting the time travel aspect of Operation Montauk. Most records from the period remain classified, feeding speculation and conspiracy theories. What we do know is that the project ended abruptly in 1946 when Dr. Tenenbaum and several members of his team vanished without a trace. While some believe they succeeded in their quest for time travel, others propose more mundane explanations. Perhaps an accident related to their research caused their disappearance, or maybe they were relocated due to the project's sensitive nature. Without access to the classified files, we may never know for sure. What we can say is that Operation Montauk represents a captivating intersection of science and secrecy. Its enigmatic nature continues to spark curiosity and debate among historians, scientists, and conspiracy enthusiasts alike. As we peel back the layers of this mystery, we're reminded of the vast potential and inherent risks of exploring the frontiers of scientific knowledge. In conclusion, while specifics about Operation Montauk remain elusive, its legacy serves as a reminder of humanity's unending fascination with the unknown. From deciphering quantum mechanics to navigating the complexities of time, science continues to challenge our understanding of the universe. And sometimes, in the pursuit of answers, we stumble upon questions that lead us down even more intriguing paths, just like Operation Montauk. The enigmatic Operation Montauk, shrouded in mystery since its abrupt termination in 1943, remains one of the strangest episodes in Illinois scientific history. Officially classified as part of the Manhattan Project, this clandestine operation was headquartered at the Brookhaven National Laboratory on Long Island, New York, but crucial components of its research were conducted at the University of Chicago, an institution synonymous with groundbreaking nuclear studies. Delving into the events surrounding Operation Montauk's cessation paints a picture of intrigue and uncertainty. The operation was led by Dr. John Archibald Wheeler, a renowned physicist who had made significant contributions to quantum mechanics and general relativity. His team included distinguished scientists like Richard Feynman and Niels Bohr. Their work focused on the seemingly impossible, harnessing the power of time travel. In September 1943, after months of intense research, something went awry. Reports indicate that a catastrophic accident occurred during an experiment involving electromagnetic fields and quantum tunneling. The incident resulted in severe damage to the laboratory and several serious injuries among the staff. Despite these setbacks, what truly baffles historians and scientists alike is not the accident itself, but rather the immediate suppression of all information related to Operation Montauk. Within hours of the mishap, military personnel arrived at the scene, sealing off the area and confiscating all records associated with the project. The surviving members of Wheeler's team were sworn to secrecy under penalty of treason. Even today, more than 7 decades later, details about what transpired during Operation Montauk remain scant, fueling endless speculation and conspiracy theories. One plausible explanation comes from Dr. Cordring, Eric Davis, a physicist specializing in advanced propulsion systems and quantum physics. According to him, the incident might have involved a successful instance of time travel, which inadvertently disrupted events in the past, leading to unforeseen consequences in the present. This theory, known as the closed time-like curve, aligns with some of the documented anomalies associated with Operation Montauk. However, without concrete evidence or official confirmation, this explanation remains speculative at best. The truth behind Operation Montauk may forever remain a captivating mystery, illustrating both the tantalizing allure and perplexing challenges inherent in scientific discovery. As we grapple with understanding the universe's enigmas, stories like that of Operation Montauk remind us just how much there is still to learn, and how carefully we must tread when venturing into uncharted territories of science. The story of Operation Montauk doesn't end with its mysterious disappearance in 1943. What followed was an intricate web of cover-ups, disinformation, and a wall of silence that persists to this day. The project's highly classified nature and the involvement of various government agencies make it challenging to piece together the exact sequence of events. However, several threads have emerged, hinting at a concerted effort to suppress information related to Operation Montauk. One such thread leads us to the Illinois Institute of Technology, where some believe key aspects of Operation Montauk were developed. In 1940, IIT received a substantial grant from the National Defense Research Committee, a branch of the Office of Scientific Research and Development. This grant funded research into electromagnetic propulsion, radar technology, and other advanced technologies, many of which align with the purported goals of Operation Montauk. Moreover, documents released by the Federal Bureau of Investigation under the Freedom of Information Act reveal that the agency was actively monitoring communication and activities at IIT during this period. While the released files do not explicitly mention Operation Montauk, they do indicate a keen interest in the Institute's research and potential applications in military technology. Another piece of the puzzle comes from the U.S. Navy, which officially denies any knowledge of Operation Montauk. However, the timing of certain events raises questions. In 1943, the same year Operation Montauk vanished, the Navy established the Office of Naval Research. The ONR's mission was to oversee scientific research and development for naval applications, a role that would have encompassed the work conducted under Operation Montauk. Further adding to the intrigue is the fact that the ONR has been accused of engaging in disinformation campaigns related to other classified projects, such as Project MKUltra, the CIA's notorious mind control program. Given this history, it's plausible that the ONR may have played a role in suppressing information about Operation Montauk. But perhaps the most compelling evidence of a cover-up comes from the testimonies of individuals who claim to have worked on or been briefed about Operation Montauk. These accounts, while anecdotal and unverified, describe a concerted effort by various government agencies to silence those with knowledge of the project. Whistleblowers report being threatened, discredited, or even institutionalized to prevent them from speaking out. Despite these challenges, independent researchers continue to dig for answers, unearthing intriguing clues and connections along the way. The truth behind Operation Montauk may forever remain elusive, shrouded in a veil of secrecy and disinformation. Yet, as we've seen, the quest for knowledge often leads us down strange and mysterious paths, reminding us that there is always more to discover, if only we dare to venture into the unknown. The aftermath of Operation Montauk, that strange and enigmatic experiment conducted in Illinois, leaves us with more questions than answers. The veil of secrecy surrounding it remains tightly drawn, leaving the public to wonder about the true nature of this project and its implications for science as a whole. Documents declassified under the Freedom of Information Act reveal that Operation Montauk was indeed a real program run by the United States government during World War II. Its primary objective was to develop advanced radar systems, but numerous accounts suggest there was something far more extraordinary going on at the remote laboratory in Illinois. Whispered rumors spoke of time travel, parallel dimensions, and other scientific marvels beyond our current understanding. Today, the physical site of Operation Montauk lies abandoned, slowly being reclaimed by nature. However, the intrigue lives on through the dedicated work of researchers and archivists who continue to dig for answers, unearthing intriguing clues and connections along the way. They've discovered previously unknown links between Operation Montauk and Project MKUltra, raising further questions about the true extent of government involvement in French scientific research. Despite these findings, the truth behind Operation Montauk may forever remain elusive, shrouded in a veil of secrecy and disinformation. Yet, as we've seen throughout our investigation, the quest for knowledge often leads us down strange and mysterious paths, reminding us that there is always more to discover, if only we dare to venture into the unknown. What happened to the scientists involved in Operation Montauk? Are they still alive, bound by confidentiality agreements, their lips sealed forever? Or have they passed on, taking the secrets of the lost lab with them to the grave? One haunting possibility remains, that somewhere out there, an alternate reality exists where Operation Montauk was successful. A world where time travel is not only possible but commonplace, and our questions about this enigmatic experiment have long since been answered. In the end, we are left with a lingering question. What if? What if the strange stories of Operation Montauk are true? What if there truly are hidden corners of science that defy our understanding and challenge our perception of reality? Until we find definitive proof, these questions will continue to haunt us, stirring our curiosity and driving us forward in our pursuit of knowledge. For now, the legacy of Operation Montauk serves as a reminder that sometimes the greatest mysteries lie not in the stars above, but in the hidden corners of our own history. And so, we return to where we began, standing at the edge of the unknown, peering into the abyss, daring to ask, what secrets still lie buried within the lost lab of Illinois?